at Seven Creeks, everybody, and sun is shining. I'm wearing a hoodie. Last time I was here, there was 2 feet of snow, and we're on dusty gravel roads. And as you can see here, just a little bit in the ditch, just a little bit along in the ditch there. That'll all melt. When I first got here, I come out and it feels so good to be out here, and I yelled my hellos. Some ravens answered me, and then I heard 2 nice little high-pitched woodknocks right behind me. This was all before I turned my camera on, so, and I really believe at this point on this Bigfoot journey, I'm learning is that they are almost, they're like, it's almost like they're 3 steps ahead of when I go to do something, or if I plan to go somewhere, and it's like they anticipate they're already there, or it doesn't take them very long to show up. I start, trying to communicate with them, and it's just a matter of time before we start hearing the wood knocks. And then this wind coming in here, it's gone now, right? It's just a slight little breeze, but it was just like all of a sudden a rush of wind. And I mentioned this before, I swear this clan here can control the elements. I do, I really believe it. I don't know how many times I've been here, and just before they show. I do, I really believe it. I don't know how many times I've been here, and just before they show. Hear this wind coming through the trees, right? See? I just heard something in the bush. To my left. But we're coming to check on the gifting bowl. We may move it today. And before we get started, do you see that on my hat? I just want to say thank you to Cora. She sent me the little Bigfoot pin, and this one here from the state of Washington, and all these other little goodies here you see on the screen. She sent me some dog treats and some cat treats and some Bigfoot treats, some dried cherries, and a scarf from my sister. I just heard another wood knock right back there, We might have to go. That's the side of the Bigfoot Totem Pole. We may have to make a little walk in there. I want to go to that side first to check on the bowl, and then maybe if I have time and battery, we'll go over here and check on the totem pole. I still think that whole area right there in the bush and the trees morphs. It changes its shape. It's very weird because 3 visits in there, and each time the totem pole is still there, but it's changed. There's, like, I swear there's different faces, or the faces change on that tree, right? I don't think it's in my imagination either, because it's in the video, and it's on the still images, right? They look different all 3 times I've went in there, so there's something to it. Okay, yeah, it's pretty exciting. I'm happy to be here. Got a lot to tell you, got a lot to catch up on. It's been long Easter weekend, and I've been talking to a lot of people. A lot of the subscribers have reached out, and on the 12th, just this last 12th of April, that was my mom's birthday. She almost made it to her 97th birthday. Like, we lost her in November, and the 12th was her birthday, and so that was a tough time. It was a good day. I spent the day at the gravesite and cleaned up the gravesite, Mom and Dad's graves, and placed fresh flowers there, new flowers. But we spent the afternoon, myself and my sister, and we put all the fresh flowers and cleaned up the area, cleaned up the gravesite, and it's all nice and pretty and nice and neat. And it was a good day, but it was an emotional day. So there's been a lot going on for the last almost a week, and we'll get back at it now. And here comes that wind again. I can hear something walking. There's a Bigfoot here. There's a Sasquatch here. One of them. can hear. I wonder who's here today. I wonder who's here today. I let them know that I understand about the little ones. There was been a few people that asked the mating season. I don't believe they have babies and mate like every year like a moose would or a deer. They go into, their breeding season through the winter and the fall, and they have their babies in the spring and early summer. There would be as many Bigfoot as there are people. It's almost like there's a good 12, 15 years in between offspring. Like the clan at home, we've seen them, and there was like a few years back there was a little one. I would say only like 3 feet tall, not if that. And then the next one was the one that we call Niwasip. It's the Cree word for 14, because we always see that 14-inch track there around the property, right? Niwasip. And then the two bigger ones, there's an 18-inch track or the 21-inch track, 21-inch track, the big male. And there's quite a few years in between each one, right? There's not like, you don't see, a massive big amount of small little Bigfoot running around. I mean, that's what you'd see. They wouldn't be able to stay hidden. They wouldn't. The whole being would change, would shift. They wouldn't be who they are if they were mating and having babies every year, right? It's just not happening, because they are different. They're not the same as we are, and we can't put these species all in the same place. Like people try to put the Bigfoot in with the gorilla, or the Bigfoot in with the humans. They are their own species, right? And they've got different ways of dealing with things and the reproducing of their species. They got their own way. And we just got to respect that and stop trying to humanize them or put them in with the gorillas, right? And that drives me crazy when I see the CG or the artwork out there of Bigfoot and they add the gorilla face to them. No, they look very much human. Their faces are very human looking. Heavier brow ridges, wider nose, further apart eyes, some of them. But yeah, they don't look like a gorilla or an ape, right? Again, they are their own species, and that's okay. We just got to respect the differences, right? Respect their difference. All right. I do got my back cam today. We'll use that as well. And keep your eyes and your ears open. I think it's going to be a good day. I think, see if I can, a little bit of snow in this ditch here. Hopefully I don't sink too much. I don't want to sink. I don't want to be sinking into water. Okay, that was good. That went well. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to turn my back that way. Right behind my head is where the totem pole is. That Bigfoot totem pole. Okay. Kind of nice going in here without the snow. We may move the gifting bowl today into a little bit better spot. Even on the ground, into a little bit better spot. bit better spot. Even on the ground, that trail is pretty well used. More than when I came in here the very first time. Get them all nice and empty. Nothing in there. I think we will leave it here. I'm gonna put it more. I'm gonna clean out a little bit of an area here and leave it here around these the spruce tree. All right. There we go. Okay, so I did move it a little bit, just probably about 40 feet east of where it was sitting. And the reason why I did it is because there's 1, 2, 3 game trails that are converging right here. So I thought this would be a good spot. I was going to take it further up into the hills where those great big spruce are, where I caught the this Bigfoot hiding behind the tree. As I'm looking up in there, the trail, it was actually easier going up into that area when there was snow. Now I'm having to navigate over logs and trees, and this would probably be the better place. And it's nice, and there is a nice clear trail, game trail, right in front of it. So I think we need to take a trip over there to that I'm hearing noise over there, that totem pole area. Hello? Dried cherries. They really, well, it's all the ones that I've been visiting, they really like crab apples. I've tried normal apples. I've sliced up apples and did the dried apples. No. They touched a few of them and left them. And then I put the crab apples in there. Oh my goodness. Gone. Poof. They're gone. And we used to have crabapple trees on the property at home in my yard, and the trees since died, and my plan is to either start from some seed. I did get some seeds from one of my subscribers, and I will start those, but I think I'm going to buy some seedlings and plant them in the yard, because when we did have the crab apples on the trees a few years back, when they were ready to pick, almost in 2 nights they'd be gone. And my mom, I laugh, it would just make me smile and laugh, because she'd go out there and she'd be yelling and talking to them, telling them not to take all her crab apples and just giving them heck, right? And my little elderly mom giving the Bigfoot heck for, and they listened. They did listen, because the next year they left them alone, and they just took what I gave them. And they also did that with my mother's carrots. We had a 3 by 12 foot garden box, and when my mother planted the carrot seeds, she spread them thick, right? And they were all about or an inch in diameter, about that long. The carrots were, almost all of them are ready to pull and harvest. And in one night, her 3 foot by 12 foot garden box was gone. They took uh, the whole entire crop of carrots, and of course, and that's where we found the 20-inch track, that great big 20, almost 21-inch footprint, right? And my mom, well, the night that happened, she seen the silhouette of that great big male just outside her window, her bedroom window, about 3 in the morning. And because they called me, it kind of scared my mom. She always knew they were there, but that kind of startled her, right? Because the bottom of her window sits at 7 feet from the ground, and she could see his head and shoulders above that yet, right? So that just gives you an idea of how tall he is. And but what they did, what was obvious that it was them, was that if it was bear or deer or anything like that pulling out the carrots, it would have been a complete mess, right? But there wasn't even a carrot top left on the ground, nowhere. It was all cleaned, and the dirt was all smoothed out. Her whole garden box was nice and neat. And I'm thinking, hindsight, I'm thinking that was their way of, you know, making it all nice and neat for her after they took all the carrots. And there was a lot of carrots. And again, there too, she was out on her back deck with her walker and just giving them heck that next day and that next night. And there again, they didn't come and bother her carrots after that, just what we gave them. But they listened to my mom. They respected my mother, right? And that was amazing. That was very, very amazing. I don't even know where I was now. Uh, the crab apples. The crab apples. And I'm going to try to plant some crab apple trees, right? They really like that tart, sour taste. But anyway, crab apples. Crab apples. If anybody's out there gifting, try crab apples. They like them. They really, really like them. Oh, oh my goodness. Things. I'm not going to eat the leaves. Okay, we'll come back and get that. We can't forget that. If I forgot, wouldn't be that big of a deal because it's just treats, it's food. It's just food. Well, we're going to take a little walk. I want to go down there. Remember where we seen that? I still think it was a Bigfoot in the reflection of my glasses. We're going to go there. We're going to go back in there. Here an airplane or a jet. Yeah, see, this is you can see the trails are really good now here without the snow. I want to show you something which wasn't here when we were here the last time. That. It's twisted. It's kind of twisted together. I walked right through there the last time I was here. And I need to watch for bears. They're awake. I got a phone call from a couple of neighbors, and they seen some bears out, so they're out of their dens. They are out of their dens. Elk droppings. Yeah, it sure is different back here without the snow. There's an arch there. That's a new arch. I don't know. I shouldn't say it wasn't there. It seems new to me because everything's different now with the snow gone, right? Raven. Yeah, this is I'm on a game trail. A little bit of snow back here. Not too much. Let's go down into this little bit of musking. There's some really nice game trails here, and I'm kind of not sure which one to take. We'll take this one. We're going uphill. Up the hill. And there are a lot of bears in this area, in the Seven Creeks area. So I do have to keep my head up. And they're grumpy right now. They are grumpy. They are grumpy. They just woke up. I think I did get one response, maybe two, with my little wood knocker. But I'm not sure, because it was this way where the camera was. Camera will have picked it up. Camera would have picked it up, so. Okay. We're going to head back that way. I'm going to change my battery, and we're going to go to the north side of that road where the totem pole is. Just see what we can find. Yeah, I'm not. Hello?